Alright, so I got a few little items of interest here. I've finally got my nice Capricorn Bowden tube, and look at that. It's just so pretty. It won't focus. Anyway, nice. Got a meter of that. We've got ourselves the hot end pneumatic fitting, and we've got the extruder side of the pneumatic fitting. And along with the flexible filament adapter that I've printed up earlier, mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to be combining all of these onto this printer here. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and look at this. I feel like I've stepped up into a whole new league. This beautiful blue Capricorn PTFE Bowden tube with the new fittings holding nicely. Here is the flexible filament mod printed on the Voxelab Proxima over here. Oh faithful. You know, I've only had to level the bed once and get everything set, and it's been aces. Anyways, again, thanks to Chuck Hellebuck for remixing this and making it worth using. The M6 threads were an extremely snug fit, especially once the resin part was cured, but everything worked out fine. You can see in between the drive gear and the idle gear, there's a piece of PTFE tube. It's not actually part of this run. This run terminates inside this fitting. This terminates somewhere in there. It's about 15 millimeters long. It's got an angle cut to it to match this radius. And when it draws filament up, it will prevent flexible filament from bunching up in this gap, allowing us to print with much more rubbery filament. Yeah, I know I can't English too good. Anyways, that's it. I'll be back once we get everything measured for this. Interesting note about this real quick before I leave. In order to make this work, the machine needs to know how far it is from here to the end of the nozzle. And so what I plan on doing for this, and if anybody has any suggestions on how I might go about doing this in a better way, let me know. But what I plan on doing is preheating the hot end and feeding filament in until we get a little, filament coming out. This is a brand new nozzle and everything, so everything will be nice and clean. Once the filament starts coming out, I'm going to cool down the nozzle and cold pool, basically. And then, well, before I do that, I'm going to mark exactly where it is in the extruder, and exactly where it is here, and exactly where it is here. I'm going to make all of these marks and take all of these measurements as accurately as I possibly can. And I believe the measurement the machine wants me to use is from the tip of the nozzle to the output of this tube right here, which is kind of precariously velcroed with what it came with, and some packing tape just to hold it down for good measure. Once I get all of this measured and everything, I have a print already pre-sliced up. It'll be pretty neat. But yeah, anyway, this is the Capricorn tubing. Looks really nice. Need to find a place on my printer to put the stickers, I guess. Start putting stickers all over everything. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope people actually enjoy this. If you have any questions, please jump down in the comments and ask me. If you like this, hit the like button. If you think I've earned a subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try and keep these coming as frequently as possible. Thanks again. Okay, it's the next day, and I've got this set up. You'll notice I no longer have this attached to this. I installed it, and what happened is really user error on my part. First of all, the hole here was undersized, so I had to drill it out to a 5/32. And second part, getting this PTFE here cut at just the right angle was more difficult than I thought it would be with the tools I had on hand. I didn't have any small snips to make this PTFE tube fit the way it should. And so what wound up happening is it was keeping the idle gear from compressing the filament against the extruder gear. Sorry, my hands are a little unsteady. I had like a gallon of coffee today and it's only noon. But anyway, so right now what we're doing is we're running this Mica 3D silk PLA filament as a test run. Had to re-level the bed and get everything perfect before we go ahead and set up the mosaic. But yeah, so providing these prints turn out, decent and everything, which looks like they will. A couple of keychains for the kids. Got ourselves a mermaid and a sea turtle. Anyhow, all of this should come out great. First layer's looking good, so looks like all of this setup is back the way it should be. So after these prints finish up, I will start calibrating the mosaic, and we will finally run our first multi-material print.